Hello and welcome back to Thinking On. Today we're going to be giving my thoughts and opinions on Avengers Endgame. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about Avengers Endgame, and this will be a non-spoiler video, so don't worry about that if you haven't seen the film. But the next video I will upload will be it'll be a full-on like breakdown review thing of it, and that will contain spoilers. This is just my opinions on it, no spoilers. There's going to be no mention of any content in the film. Just to let you know, just a quick disclaimer there. Alright, let's get on to it. Alright, so first things about the film. I loved it. I think it was probably one of my top 3 films I've ever watched. Probably the best film I've ever watched in my life. And that's saying a lot because I've watched a lot of films. You know, and like that, for me that's a lot to say there because I've watched a lot of films, you know. And it's difficult to say that's the best thing you've ever watched if you've watched a lot of other things along the way in your life. But I can easily say, hands down, it's the best thing I've ever watched. Some of the thoughts I had on it as well, the storytelling was great in it. From where it started off to where it finished, it was great. There was not one bit that you wanted to miss. There's not one bit where you felt, oh, this is so boring. Just get on to like a big, big fight scene. Every bit of it, even though it wasn't all action, it was there. You know, you could tell it was. You knew it was building up to something. And when it got to that big build-up point, that big plot line, end of that big story point, that's when you knew it was going to get even better than it already was. The storytelling was great, the characters great, the characters played these emotions amazingly, I think, and they did a great job. Did a great job running up the 11 years of the MCU. So another thing as well, special effects. They were brilliant in the film. They were absolutely flawless in this film. Infinity War got voted for the it won the did it win the like best visual effects award thing. Well, I feel like this is 10 times better than that, and that's saying a lot because Infinity War's visual effects were amazing. And a big congrats to the directors, the Russo brothers, on this breaking over 1 billion on the first weekend, and congrats to them obviously for putting together such a great roundup for all the films because it's really hard to, you know, after they directed what 3 of the Marvel films, they didn't know the story the best, but they did it. They pulled it off flawlessly, and that's one thing that I love about the Russo brothers. They started off with the Winter Soldier, right, just Captain America, Civil War, and then Infinity War. Then they came up with this. It must have been difficult to use all these different characters, like because we've got Ant-Man in there, as you know. We've got all the Avengers, and from Infinity War, bringing them there together, you have to think of that. There's still going to be that thing between Tony and Cap, right? Even before the film, we knew that they're never going to just make up straight away, right? And I'm not saying anything yet, but we'll have to watch the movie to find out. But there was still that thing between them that was always going to hold against each other. And that was what was obviously going to be a bit of a problem. They couldn't just come over and be like, oh yeah, we're friends now. We've made up. We've punched each other a couple of times. No, that's not how it's going to work. There's going to be a few little disappointments along the way, and Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. did a great job in this film, and as you know, apparently Chris Evans' contract has run out, so what does that say? I'm not going to say anything. RDJ's contract's run out, I'm not going to say anything either, but I'm pretty sure most of you already know already, you've already gone to watch it, what actually happens. The things I have to say about it was, it was a roller coaster of emotions. You laughed, you cried, you were shocked. You could hear the cinema around you. You could feel it. It was such an immersive experience sitting in the cinema with a full cinema. And every time something amazing happened, people didn't expect it, so the whole cinema, gasped at something or laughed at something. And that was the atmosphere that you want in a film of this scale. They pulled it off perfectly, I think, by doing that. That atmosphere, that immersive experience. I've only been to see it. I've only yet to see it once in the cinemas. I'm gonna go again and see it, but just to say this, it's amazing. It's the most it's the best, right? And the other day it was Iron Man 1's birthday, 11 years since it got released, and look where we are from that to here now, right? Such a long way. 21 movies after Iron Man 1, right? Avengers Endgame being the 22nd. Wow, it's just been a roller coaster of movies, great laughs, great fights, everything has come together for this and just made it awesome. Made this made these 11 years worth it. And I wasn't always the biggest Marvel guy. It was around 2014 time. I went to watch Guardians of the Galaxy in the cinema. From there, I watched I'd watched the odd film previously. I hadn't watched them all, and then I watched them all the way up to Endgame. I've watched them all multiple times now, and I know the story pretty much inside out because that's what I am like. You can ask people that I know. I talk about it. I like it. I like it a lot. So do they. So just to have this, just to go and sit there with my friends in the cinema and watch the film, cry to it together, laugh at it together. It was just amazing. But there's not much else I can say without actually, going into the film and spoiling it. So I'm going to, leave it here. I don't want to spoil anything. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to round it up and say it was a great film. The storytelling was on point. There was not one bit of, oh no, this is getting boring now. It was all always keeping you, dragging you in. What's going to happen next? Because they didn't reveal anything, right? The trailer didn't show anything. Like they said, well, they showed bits of the last hour. The rest of it was before the first half an hour. So they did a great job of hiding it, and it was so well built up. And I'm glad I've been to see it. Great film overall. Visual effects were on point. Storytelling was great. The actors were great. Thank you for listening.